YouTube? It's your girl Donisha, back at it again with another video. But it's like super early in the morning. It is 3:29 in the morning, y'all. Hold on, let me turn my TV on real quick. Okay, anyways, it's like 3:30 in the morning. I've been up since 1:30 when I got off work yesterday. I came home, took my shower because I worked out. Took my shower, got in bed, and honestly KO'd at probably like 6 something, and I slept all the way till 1 o'clock. How many hours is it? 7 hours. I slept like 7 hours, and I'm like, let me just get on up. Like, I'm gonna take another shower. I never did wash the mascara off my eye, so I'm going to wash. Basically, didn't wash my face last night or brush my teeth. Gross. But yes, so I'm about to do that and just go ahead and start getting ready for work because I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning anyway, so I can get to work by 6. So yeah, but I wanted to come over here and talk to y'all about something because it's been on my man. It's been on my man a lot. It's been on my mind a lot. I'm sorry, y'all. It's been on my mind a lot. It's been on my mind, but yeah, and it's about dating. Cause what? Okay, first of all, I just think like it's really imperative that we heal, even if it's just a little bit, that we heal before we entertain people. Even if you're not serious or seriously trying to date, it's just like some stuff about you, you just really gotta heal before you can even entertain the opposite sex. And this, honestly, I'm going to be speaking on something that's current in my life. So I'm not seriously dating anyone. I'm not in a relationship or anything like that. But you know, some people show a little bit of interest, whatever. And that really don't really mean much. But then every now and then you'll have one person who's like, okay, like, let's exchange numbers. Cool. By the way, I'm going in with my Pharmacy Green Clean cleansing balm. I don't know if that's clear to y'all or not. Anyway, you get to a point where y'all exchanging numbers. Cool. So me and this person in particular, you know, we started our conversation like talking about like God a lot. Like, we were sharing scriptures. All of this was like through Instagram. So that's kind of like what piqued my interest. Anyways, we exchanged numbers and the conversation's been cool. Like, we ask each other questions, because even though like we're not in a relationship or anything like that, I feel like we were still kind of like asking each other serious questions. Like, I really need to get to know you. Anyways, so yesterday we were asking each other questions. Well, I have to be careful when I say we were asking each other questions because I'm usually the person that asks the most questions, which is honestly red flag number 1. Like, if you're talking to somebody and you always asking the questions, especially as a female, that's probably not really a good thing. What I wouldn't call it a red flag. I would just say that's a yellow flag. Like, it's very proceed with caution. So yeah, I noticed that I'm usually the one that asks a lot of questions, but then again, I am a very inquisitive person, which is why I say it's a yellow flag, because I ask everybody a lot of questions. I've just always been like that my whole life. You could ask any of my teachers, you could ask my mom. Like, I've just always asked a lot of questions. So if you was gonna tell Donisha something, you better know why you saying it, because she gonna ask. So, not tripping on that. Oh yeah, I'm so hungry. Like, my stomach is eating itself. So yes, anyways, I'm asking most of the questions. I'm used to that. So it's a yellow flag. But so we're talking, I'm asking questions, and one of the questions that I asked is, let me just get right into this so I'm not just rambling. One of the questions that I asked was, if you were in a relationship, what are 3 must do or must have things that you feel like you would need to incorporate? What I mean when I ask that is like, okay, I'll give you my examples. I feel like weekly date night. Like, we could take turns paying, but we need to go on a date. We need to have a date night. And I say have instead of go on, because date night doesn't always have to mean spending money. Like, we could stay in, watch a movie, cook, whatever, but it needs to be like a date night, a night where you intentionally set time for some lighthearted fun and quality time with your person. That is a must. Once a week, period, at least once a week. And again, we can take turns planning. Like, you got me first week, I got you the next week, like whatever. That's a must have. If this is a serious relationship, we've been dating for a while, like, let's go to church on Sunday. To me, like these are must-have things that I feel like will help the relationship grow, all that stuff like that. Like, let's do these things. Non-negotiable, really, kind of, yeah. So yes. Anyway, his response was, I'm going to the message because I can't think that far ahead. Relationships scare me. People not loyal for real. Now here's why I don't really care for that answer. Can't think that far ahead. It's weird. Like, just, it's not thinking that far ahead. Like, if you were dating somebody right now, what do you think it takes to make your relationship work? Like, what's a mandatory thing that you would like to incorporate? That's not a thinking far ahead question. Like, it's not like I'm asking you, do you see yourself married in the next 5 years? That's like, oh, I ain't thinking that far. Then it would make sense for you to be like, I'm not thinking that far ahead. But I'm just asking you, like, when you think of relationships, like, where is the time, where in that question did you hear, like, think a time frame where you had to be like thinking far ahead? Whatever, cool, whatever. This is what I'm thinking, but that's not really the big part of the message that really stood out to me. What stood out to me was that he was saying that relationships scare him. And the reason why it stood out, because relationships scare him because people are disloyal. But the reason why it stood out is because he's said this several times. Said like, oh, people ain't loyal. You know, just hinting at, I don't really trust people. Relationships scare me. Blah, 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 blah. And so I really just want to come over here and say, really analyze what people are telling you when they're telling you, because in so many ways, on several occasions, he has basically said, I am not interested in being in a relationship. all the little excuses, people not loyal, my heart been broke before, blah blah blah, all of that really don't, it really does not matter why you don't want to be in a relationship. The moral of the story is you're not interested in a relationship, you're not interested in a serious relationship. So I decided to, and at first I didn't even share my response to the question that I asked. I was really looking forward to, but once he said that, I was just kind of like, oh, okay. And I left it at that. Mind you, I fell asleep, so I'm texting him like 2 hours ago. So I'm like, oh, okay. And I was gonna leave it at that, but while I was in the shower, I was like, you know what, let me be a grown woman, and let me just say how I really feel about this response, because I could not say nothing and ignore it. But my mom told me that you can't expect to get treated in a certain way and you don't never say nothing, or you just don't address stuff. So girl, I just trying to put on the grown woman drawers, it's trying to put on your grown woman panties and just grow up and say it, like just say it. So I was like, let me be grown, because I am 24 at the end of the day, about to be 25. I'm really not trying to enter into year 25 still doing childish stuff. Like, it's time to grow up. So I said, honestly, that's disheartening. Sends a message to me that the conversations we have are pointless. I feel like on different occasions you said that, and to me it means you don't want anything serious right now. I respect that, but that's not where my head's at. And I just left it at that. I was considering going into a whole little spiel about I don't even remember. I was considering giving him a whole little spiel, but I was just like, you know, it's really not that deep. Like, sometimes you have to say how you feel, but know when to cut the conversation off. And just going anything beyond what I already said really would have just been doing too much, because you're not my man. Like, I really don't have to give you a long drawn out explanation as to why. Point blank period. I peeped that you're not ready for this. That's not where my head's at. Cool, let's just leave it at that. Anything else probably would have led to it being a negative, you know, ending in a very negative way. So yeah, I just I'm growing up, I'm really grown. And it's like, you just kind of learn, like, yeah, you cute, but this ain't really what I'm trying to get into. Because I'm not trying to get put in a position where now, as a woman, if I'm, well, period, just a person, period, like, I'm dating you, you feel this way, and now I find myself trying to work 10 times harder to prove to you that I'm not like anybody else. And I'm just not gonna do all that. Like, you either see me for me and see who I am, period, or you just don't. Like, I'm not going to work way harder than I need to prove to you that I'm not disloyal like anybody that hurt you. Whatever somebody did to you in the past really ain't got nothing to do with me. And I'm speaking that from my own personal experience, because I feel like when I was in high school or college, like my early years of college, I was kind of like looking at people through a lens of what previous relationships had done to me. Okay, y'all. I think my camera's a little crooked, so forgive me. But anyways, sorry, my camera cut off. I think what I was saying was, I've just been there before. Like, I was that person that was like letting old stuff spill into new relationships, or looking at people that I'm dating through the lens of hurt from past relationships. And like I said in the message, I respect that he's not looking for anything serious, because you shouldn't be. Like, if that's still what you're dealing with, cool, like, you shouldn't be. And in my headspace, when I was doing that to other people, it was never like a intentional thing, like I'm trying to make you, I'm like, you gotta prove to me that you 10 times better. That was never my mindset. But that's ultimately what I was doing to other people, was making them feel like they had to be in the freaking Olympics to prove to me that they wasn't gonna do me like everybody else, and that just wasn't their responsibility. And of course, like, you know, like, those relationships didn't work out because nobody's going to do all of that to prove to you. Like, people come in relationships to finally be able to be themselves with this person, not to try to prove themselves like they in front of a court of law. So that's basically what I feel like. You still hurt, or you know, you still feel the way about certain things that happen to you, and I'm just not about to sit in front of the court of the law and prove to you that I'm not going to do you like other people have done to you. Like, you either see me for me, because that's the only person I know how to show up as. I can no longer take care of other people before I take care of me. And although I can sympathize with your plight, I just can't like overwork myself so that you feel satisfied in a relationship. Because at that point, if I was to do that, I'm making sure you good. You ain't really checking all my boxes, if we be honest. So like, make sure you good, I'm gonna make sure I'm good. Like, so no, like, so my tip is to heal certain things about yourself before you really start entertaining people. And if you're not looking for nothing serious, don't be asking me no serious questions. Like, don't be coming over here like talking about, like, just don't be doing all that. Like, we could have just kept it at exchanging little Bible scriptures, and we could have just been Bible study buddies or whatever the case may be. Like, don't but it was just a lot in there that I should have just really cut it off sooner. But it's cool. Like, I feel like I appreciate the interaction despite, because I feel like God is allowing me to interact with certain people, and it's showing me myself. Like, had I not had this interaction with him, I would never have seen it from the perspective of the people that I've dated. Now I understand why maybe I wasn't their #1 pick when they was dating, because I was making them feel like they had to jump through hoops because of what somebody else did. Now I can see from the other, now that I'm on the other side of the fence, the shoe on the other foot, I understand. So I do appreciate the interaction, because it just shows me what I don't need to do when I'm dating somebody in the future. You know what I'm saying? Because the interactions you give people, like, you can miss out on your life partner. You know, because like I said, I noticed this a while back. To be honest, when he said it the first time, but just not saying nothing. But most people, like, some people, not most people, but some people, like, you say something like that the first time, it's over with. Like, they already good off you. So yeah, you can miss out on your person holding on to old stuff or looking at them through the lens of what some other person did to you. So but I also, like, to my ladies, like, don't be trying to change these men. Don't be trying to change these men. Like, baby, if you scared of relationships, cool. I understand. I respect it. I'm not trying to change you by no means. Like, I'm not finna sit here and go back and forth with you and try to prove to you why you should take a chance on me. It's cool. We ain't even gotta go down that road. I'm not even trying to work that hard. Yeah, men should do the same. But I don't really know any men that, like, the men I know would have peeped that, like I said, the first time somebody said something like that, and they would have been cool off shorty. They would have been cool off the girl, like, instantly. They probably still would have entertained her, because I don't know why men do that. But they still would have entertained her, but they would have known from jump when she said it the first time that, oh, okay, I don't really like her like that. But yeah, so don't waste your time with people like that. Let them folks heal, and when they heal, you know what I'm saying, they'll find their person, because by the time they heal, you might be with somebody new, and that's cool, because that means you weren't supposed to be with them. But yeah, man, like, we can't let people waste our time. We gotta know when to call it quits. I never showed y'all what I was using, so this is the cleanser that I'm using, the Inky List. And now I'm gonna go in with this Watermelon Glow toner. And it's kind of like, it's liquid, but it's kind of like a gel, like slimy, I don't know if y'all can see that, probably not. It's kind of like a gel, like slime type texture, even though it's liquid. It's kind of slimy, and it smells good. But if you don't like watermelon, or if you're allergic, I wouldn't, are people allergic to watermelon? I've never heard nobody say that. If you're allergic, I wouldn't use that. It might not be good. I don't want your face to be a big red clown nose. But yeah, what's y'all experience? Let me know in the comments, like, when did you come to the realization that, what age were you when you realized, like, yeah, let me not try to change people, let me just exit stage left? Like, what age were you when you realized that? What was the experience that you had with someone, and when you realized, like, let me just grow up and just let me cut it off? Because I feel like, well, I'll speak for me, just in the past, like, I just wouldn't, like, it was hard for me to, like, end things, because I just care, like, I don't want to hurt their feelings, whatever the case may be. And then I really didn't know, I wasn't good with my words, I really didn't know what to say to end a relationship, or not even a relationship, just basically I didn't know how to get across the message. I don't really like you, this is really not gonna work, I don't see this working. I didn't know how to say that, period, but definitely not in a nice way. But yes, so let me know, like, how do y'all break things off with people? And just any other relationship topics that you may want me to talk about from my experience as a 24-year-old. Should I get my mom on here, y'all? Should me and my mama talk about relationships? I feel like my mom will have a lot to say about relationships. But my mom, I'll tell y'all something about my mom. My mama is, this is where I get it from. Because my mama is, like, very blunt. And, like, just straight up, like, she don't even sugarcoat with me. Like, she don't just take my side because I'm her child. Like, she is very much like, well, did you say did you say specifically this? Because, like, sometimes you could say stuff and not really say what you want. Like, she keep it a buck. Like, hey girl, just take my side. But she gonna keep it real. Like, she gonna keep it real. And that's, so I'm like that. That's where I get it from. But then I'm also like, just care a little bit more about people's feelings. My mom, she care about your feelings, but then like she don't for real. She gonna kill me for saying that. She just kind of like, no, like, okay, when it comes to dating, I'm gonna say when it comes to dating, she don't care. She don't care about y'all. She don't care about nobody's feelings. Like, she's like, if she don't like you, she don't like you. No, I'm not interested. No, like, and she has no problem communicating that at all. Like, if my mama don't like you, you're gonna know she don't like you. Okay, she gonna behave. Me, I'll be like, yeah, or I'll let you get my number and I just won't text you, or I'll just, you know, ignore you or block you. But I would definitely give you my number and just not talk to you. My mama won't give you a number. Shit, like, no. I said no thank you. And you will know that you're getting on her nerves and you need to probably stop talking to her because she said no thank you. She's very much, I said what I said, and that's where I get it from. Ma, it's your fault. It's your fault, girl. Yeah. So yeah, what age were y'all when y'all realized, like, I said what I said, or you just came to a realization that, yeah, no, I need to just start setting these clearer boundaries, or just setting these standards and let people know I'm not going for that. Cause I felt like what I struggle with for a long time is, do I look like a person that's like, what about me says that I go for certain things? Like, respect me. Do I look like somebody that just take disrespect? Do I look like somebody that, oh, she easy to disrespect, let me go after her? Like, do I give that energy? I struggled with that for a long time. But then my mom's like, I mean, no, you may not give off that energy. That's not what people think. But like, still let people know not to disrespect you or whatever. So, like I said, I don't think that his intention was to waste my time or anything like that. I just think like he's really being honest in what he said. Like, relationships scare him, and that's cool because that's where he at right now in life. But it's not my role. It's not my job to change that idea in his head. Like, that's something that he gotta do. Child, my camera done cut off and fell. I am weak. Let me wrap this video up. That's my sign right there, honey. That is my sign. Anyway, I'm just rubbing in this moisturizer that I showed y'all before the camera cut off. And I'm about to brush my teeth. I got this new electric toothbrush from Amazon. And baby, when I say work. And it comes with a little charger stand, but it's fully charged when you get it. And yeah, it's like it lasts like really a whole month without charging it. So we gonna see. I haven't charged it since I got it. It's full. I only used it once. I just got it yesterday. Well, the day before yesterday. Yeah. So I've only had like 2 days at this point. And that's it, y'all. The skin is skinny, honey. I know y'all see that glow. Period. It was glowing really after I washed. See, this is the beauty of knowing the products that are good for your skin, not just using general products. So what I did was, I went to Sephora. I have the app. I went to the Sephora app and I took a skincare quiz, and you just put in like what you deal with. If you want like all natural, clean, green products, which is what I did, because even though I'm not like this vegan or really super health conscious person, when I think about my skin, I don't really want no chemicals, no terrible chemicals on my skin. So that's why you see like I got the green clean, like I have the clean ingredients. So yeah, you have your preference of what type of products you want, like clean or just regular. And then it just suggests to you like cleansers, toners, moisturizers, sunscreen, which I need to get. But a lot of the products that I have do have SPF in it. So, and I'm not really exposed to the sun. Like my exposure to the sun is walking outside to get in my car and then out of my car to get inside the work building. So I'm not really exposed to the sun as much. So a high SPF product really has not been on top of the list. But it is summertime, it is getting hot. Any moment outside in the sun, you need some SPF. So I will work on getting some sunscreen. I do plan on doing a lot of traveling, kind of during the summer, maybe not really during the summer, but when the sun is out. So I do need to invest in some sunscreen. But yes, don't just use general products. Really try to cater to exactly what your skin needs. That's my skincare tip. And I can probably go a little bit more in depth about that on the self-care video later, but this is not the purpose of that video. So bye.